How's it going, guys? My name is Tavarish, and today I bought a 600 horsepower hoopty. This is gonna be a good day. Isn't that right?
I'm going to Disney World!
So this is my 2007 Mercedes-Benz S600, and you've probably seen it if you've spent any time on YouTube. This was owned by Tyler Hoover of Hoovy's Garage. And yeah, we have Tyler here to give us a few...
Oh, I have to talk? This is my 2007 S600 that I named the Silver Elephant. I bought this car with a bad engine and transmission.
Now, just so I don't step on my own foot here, I'm not going to tell you all the features that make this car so special, like the night vision, the panoramic moonroof, the heated and cooled massaging seats, and the twin turbocharged V12. Because I have actually gone over all of this in a video where I rented a car just like this, and you can find that in the link below. Note, today I'm going to take the car's previous owner and show him that he made a very, very big mistake by selling me this car.
I've never been back here.
I've never been back there either.
Oh, it's massaging me.
How much did you buy this car for originally?
$4,500. That beats out you, Mr. SL 55,8,900.
Yeah, but what was the problem with it at $4,500?
The motor was slightly overheated, like melted, like had spent time probably in close to the sun.
So I took a look at how much this car cost when it was new. There actually is a window sticker in the glove box. It's 145 grand.
Yeah.
That's sort of insane, and you bought it for $4,500. So what did you have to do after that $4,500 investment?
Yeah, it was a small Christmas miracle. I found a motor which was $4,500 again, and the great thing about it was a complete drop-in, all the accessories, all the computers, everything. So it was just a matter of just...
Was it out of one of these?
It was out of a CL600 actually that had been wrecked all over. And the guy had considered fixing it, and then he decided not to. It was another salvage yard out of Michigan. If you look at the slightly older V12s, they sell for around 4 or 5 grand. Now, these motors sell for closer to 10. And
so how did you get that for $4,500?
I told him that I was seeing that's what they were selling for. He asked me to name a price, and I told him that, and he jumped on it. I was expecting like a
Well, there were Mercedes V12s selling for that much. They just weren't this one.
Right, right. So then I didn't do the work. I'm not equipped to do a drop-in. I'm kind of a very poor mechanic. And
don't sell yourself short. You did that Prius battery install, man.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It was very reasonable. He charged me 8 hours. So, I mean, why would you not? Yeah.
Somebody charged you 8 hours to do an engine swap in a S600 Mercedes?
Correct, correct. But we discovered the real reason why the motor had gone supernova once we started it up for the first time and coolant just started pouring out of the radiator. And actually, this boat mechanic's son had tried to JB weld the radiator, and I guess that's probably what caused its demise.
I don't understand what the boat mechanic has to do with anything. The boat mechanic portion. It just seems like this guy was a bit cheap and didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm sure they're very capable boat mechanics.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not a slight against boat mechanics.
No.
I'm sure there are very, very good ones that would know that you don't JB weld and a radiator for an S600.
Right.
So after that, now you have a running car. You fix the radiator, you fix the engine, and how much are you into it now?
14,000. Yeah, not bad.
But then you still did a few more things, right? Okay, so what was that?
I've had the car almost 2 years before I sold it to you, and I had basically a year of very reliable ownership. I drove it everywhere, and I never had any problems. When I hit that 1 year service mark, that's when I made my video that really got my channel started. It's at 3 million views now, which is insane, but just going over...
Was that a brag?
It is a brag, I guess.
Oh, okay. I know you're sitting back there and you feel like, you know, you're putting on airs with your massaging seats and everything, but yeah, 3 million views. Yeah,
it's crazy. There was nothing. I was making 10 cents a day on like the YouTube revenue before that. So it was really where a lot of people found me was because of this car. I told that at the end of the video that I was going to have the car tuned, and it wasn't that expensive. It was $1,500, something like that.
So you're already into it for 14 grand, and then you spend another 1,500 tuning it.
Right, but I was still a little scared that because it was supposed to make this car have 600 horsepower and 700 torque, and I was a little scared of the flex discs, which are the parts of the drive shafts that flex a little bit when you get on these things hard to where you're not wearing things out. And they were original to the car, and they looked okay, but I just did a lot of preventative stuff just because I was going to be driving this car harder, or so I thought, and did the idlers in the front. Also, I had a little funny thing where the transmission would hang up in top gear after a long highway run, which is a problem. It's really common. It's called the transmission conductor plate. And replace that and service the transmission, just because that's something you also want to do. And probably $3,000 just going through, just being preventative to drive it hard. And then I never ended up driving it hard. I ended up selling it to you, which is dumb.
So after everything, you were into it $14,000, then you did a let's call it $2,000 for the tuning, and then another $2,000 for all the repairs and maintenance and just preventative stuff.
Yeah.
So you're into this car for $18,000?
Yeah, I did a video. I think when I added it all up with insurance and tags and everything, it was just a little over 19. Yeah.
$19,000.
Mm-hmm.
What made you sell it for 12?
Really, I honestly thought that that's about what it was worth. Because it's kind of a mutt. You have an engine swap that's well documented. It's definitely the highest mileage one out there for sale. Sure, there's ones out there for 20 and 25 or 30, but this one has a little bit of a story, and it's miled up. And really, the main reason was I wanted to see more content out of it. There were a lot of things that I wanted to do with this car, and I hadn't done it yet, and I just didn't feel like I was going to get around to it because I'm such a slave to all these cars that I have and other projects, that I knew giving it to you that it would be at a good home, and I get to watch more videos and let you deal with the consequences of doing dangerous things, I guess.
So the first thing you're going to see is me doing a purple plastidip job and then turning it into a drift car. So that's what we're going to do with the channel. I just wanted to let you know that. So just moving forward, so we're on the same page. I know it's near and dear to your heart, and it was your daily driver, but honestly, I think it has a really good future in Formula D, that sort of thing. What I think is good advice for anybody out there is buy a car from a YouTuber, because what they do is they don't know who they're going to sell it to after they have it. People like Doug DeMuro, people like Tyler Hoover, they get the car in tip-top condition. And they also undervalue it because they think that, well, everybody knows what I did with the car. Everybody knows that I acted like an idiot. But honestly, nobody really cares. And this car drives, I make no bones about it, it drives like new. It looks like new. There are a few like little faults and stuff that is slight imperfections. But this car drives. What would you say? It drives very, very smoothly, correct?
Oh, yes. It's the smoothest car I've ever had. This last breath of this old school hydraulic suspension that you don't get really anymore. I mean, they've pretty much transitioned all to air except for some really, really high up S-classes. And yeah, nothing's better than Mercedes hydraulic suspension. It's just awesome. I don't know why anybody would rip it out and put coilovers or do anything stupid like that, It's just so nice.
Listen, we're all just having a good time here. So some people are asking if this is my fastest car, and I honestly don't know.
That'd be close with your SL55.
Because this does have more power than the SL, but it is way heavier. So I thought that this car weighed like 4,500 pounds or something like that. It's actually around 49.
Yeah.
And my SL, I weighed it and it was 4,400 pounds without me in it. But now that I did the coilover suspension, now it's probably 42-ish.
Yes, and you have the difference between the supercharger and the turbocharger too, the way the power is applied.
And also V8 versus V12.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, if this thing had a rolling start, say you were going 40 to 100, this thing would probably annihilate the SL55.
Yeah, I think so.
From a launch, your SL55 would probably get hooked up a lot better than this thing.
Last question: do you regret selling it?
Oh yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. This was the biggest mistake. Bigger than buying a shady Bentley, which is the replacement car for this.
What is it going to take for us to swap this car for the Bentley?
Well,
I think that if you sell me your Bentley, it will eventually go back to its Russian gangster roots. So, I've never been in a Bentley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably get a cheap one, and we can have a cheap Bentley challenge.
The seats don't massage you though. That's what I'm missing.
Why buy a car if the seats don't massage you? What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know how
point?
I can go without not having my fast and vigorous massage every day.
Speaking of fast and vigorous, that's exactly what I want to do right now. Actually, you know what? I'm a slow and vigorous guy.
Slow and vigorous?
Yeah. I like it to take its time. You know? We're not in a rush.
Yeah, I'm definitely one to get it going and get it over with before they change their minds.
So this car is going to be a replacement for my 2000 Mercedes S-Class, a car that I dubbed the ultimate daily driver, but I actually haven't driven it in many months because I've been really, really busy at working on it and making sure that it's 100% perfect. In any case, that car is going to be sold off in the near future with a surprise transformation that I'm going to do before I sell it off to its next owner. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy my new S-Class because Hoovy just told me that he just gave me an unlimited mile bumper-to-bumper warranty.
That is absolutely not true. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid, and I'm not Doug.
Alright guys, well that is it. I hope you liked this first intro video to my new 2007 S600. And if you like this video, consider subscribing. You can hit that subscribe button, or you can hit that little button next to the subscribe button. That is the notification button, and that makes you part of my notification squad. And do exactly what Hoovy's doing right here, because that's how you get all the good notifications. You should also subscribe to him. This is Hoovy's Garage, Tyler Hoover, and all that will be in the description below. But there's a truck back there that is just running over plants. If you'd like to contact me, you can do so at The Real Tavarish. That is Instagram and Twitter. Ask Tavarish at Facebook.com. No, it's not Ask Tavarish at Facebook.com. You think I know how to do this, right?
Right. Like I said, I can't say
it's only like every episode.
Yeah. I can't say hit that like button. I can't say it.
You just said it.
I know, but I'm actually having to do it.
Tell them to hit that like button.
Oh, and if you think Tavarish is a fool, hit that like button. And as always, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.